Good morning, dear students. As we have discussed about internal change delta U and enthalpy delta H, now let us see the measurement of enthalpy change delta H and internal change delta U. Delta U internal energy change is equal to heat change at constant volume, and delta H enthalpy change is heat change at constant pressure. So these are either heat changes or energy changes. Either they are heat changes or they are energy changes. These changes, delta U and delta H, are measured by the instrument which is called calorimeter. Right? So calorie means the change in the heat energy. Heat is measured in the terms of calories. So the instrument which is showing the change in heat energy is termed as calorimeter. Delta U is equal to QV. So measurement of change in internal energy or heat energy at constant volume is not so difficult to measure, but heat at constant pressure for specifically gaseous product, or if reactants undergo the reaction and produces the gaseous product, in that case it is little cautious. It is little cautious to calculate delta H. Cautious, that means to be very alert, right? It is a caution to enter over here when some danger or electrical pole is there. This type of hoardings is kept. Cautious, that means you have to be little alert. So when the gaseous product is being taken as a consideration, then delta H calculation is possible, but alertness is necessary. Why it takes place? Because gases exerts the pressure, right? What is going to help here? See, because gases are going to build up pressures inside the apparatus, and so to release that pressure becomes slightly difficult. The gases inside the apparatus, it will exert the pressure to all the corners of the apparatus, and then to release that pressure it becomes little difficult. How to get rid of that pressure, that is a difficult task. So it has to be very cautious, very alert to measure delta H. The special apparatus calorimeter is used, and mostly the reactions are in the moving system, or you can say in the open system. Moving system, that means possibility of system to surrounding, surrounding to system is possible. So we can say that system, energy and reaction is moving. So when open system is considered, then assume that pressure is constant, because if any gases are taken, they can evolve in the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure will definitely give the pressurization to the gas, and gas will start evolving to the atmosphere because system is open, and as a result the pressure of system can be considered constant. So we need to consider that pressure is constant. There should not be any change, or it should be considered as the atmospheric pressure at 1 bar. Therefore most measurements will be regarding delta H, because delta H is regarded as heat at constant pressure. Now for all this, different calorimeters are existing, but the basic fundas of calculation for all is same. There are 3 types of calorimeter. The first one is simple calorimeter. It is very simple calorimeter which is giving idea about the sample of water taken in a flask. Here you can see that this is one container, or we can say a flask, and in it a water is filled, right? Now what is kept here? It is the stirrer. This is the thermometer. This water filled container is termed as water bath. This is the insulated closed chamber. Chamber is closed and it is also insulated, right? And inside this a specially designed chamber is there which is called reaction chamber, and the sample is kept in it. What is the function of all this different instrument in a apparatus? Here water is filled in the closed container which is termed as water bath. Stirrer is continuously churning. See the stirrer, right? It is giving, when you rotate, it will churn. That means it will keep all the time, it will rotate like this. So the churning of water continuously takes place. So entire water will balance the temperature, right? So stirrer continuously churns the water to keep the entire temperature uniform in the water bath. That is surrounding. Why surrounding? Because reaction chamber is this. So surrounding temperature will remain uniform. Thermometer checks the temperature. Closed container is insulated. Why insulated? So the exchange of energy will be very less. Now here, why I have considered exchange of energy very less? Actually it is insulated, so there should not be exchange. But once I have told that when we are talking about the chemical process, then 100% isolated system is not at all possible, right? And that is why this consideration is possible, that at least little energy can exchange. So this is exchange because for any isolated system, 100% isolation is not at all possible. There will be little change between systems and surrounding. Reaction mixture is in a reaction chamber, that is the system. And what happens? So here, during reaction, if the system is releasing the heat, now see what is the system? Reaction chamber is the system, and what is the surrounding? The water bath is the surrounding. So what is given here? If reaction chamber system is releasing the heat, then the temperature of surrounding will increase because it is given by system to surrounding. And if heat is absorbed by the reaction chamber, then the temperature of system is increased because heat is taken by system from the surrounding. So the initial and final temperature can be measured, and on that basis delta H can be calculated, right? So these also proves that delta H is a state function because it believes in the initial and final temperature, no matter how the temperature has changed or how it has exchanged, but delta H depends on the initial temperature and the final temperature independent of the path. So this also proves that it is state function. What is state function? Delta H. Now the second type of calorimeter is cup calorimeter. Cup calorimeter is widely used in the laboratory. That means when the study is being going on. So cup calorimeter should also be insulated one because the reaction is taking place with the different state function. So it should be insulated one. Now what is the structure here? This is a flask which is a styrofoam cup, and it is also insulated. That means a very negligible exchange of energy takes place. This portion is shown as a cut portion, so what is within it can be easily seen. Here is again a reaction chamber in which reaction is kept, and surrounding to it is the water. So the weight of this water is W1, and the temperature at initial state is T1. This is the thermometer capped, which is going to measure the change of energy of system to surrounding and surrounding to system. And in this strip of calorimeter, when another cup is taken, that is styrofoam cup, and in it preheated water is taken, the weight is considered W2 and the temperature is T2. Here what happens? Heat capacity of calorimeter is found by sample of water. So W1 is weight in the calorimeter and room temperature T1, whereas heat capacity of preheated water is considered by weight of water W2 and at temperature T2. Now when W2, this preheated water is mixed to this W1. When W2 is mixed in W1 and stirred well, then there will be some change in the temperature because this is under process and it is already preheated. So there will be some increase or some change in the temperature which is termed as final temperature T3, and it is observed from the thermometer. Now from this measured value of W1, W2, T1, T2, T3, we will measure the heat capacity of the calorimeter. C is equal to W2 into T2 minus 33. There is a change in the temperature from the preheated water to the final upon change of final temperature from the initial, that is T3 minus T1 multiplied by W1. Right? Now after calculation of heat capacity of calorimeter, calculation of heat change during reaction is possible by Q is equal to C into delta T into S, where Q is the heat energy change, C is the heat capacity of calorimeter, delta T is change in temperature, S is the specific heat of the water, because here the sample is water. If Q is at constant volume delta U and Q is at constant pressure delta H, then both cannot be calculated at the same time by one calorimeter. So if constant volume is considered, then delta U can be calculated by delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NGRT, or we can say delta U is equal to heat at constant volume, that is heat capacity at constant volume in change in the temperature. Right? And now when we want to calculate the heat change at a large scale, and especially for the combustion reaction, then third type of calorimeter is used, which is termed as bomb calorimeter. Right? So what is there in bomb calorimeter? The bomb is immersed in water, because if it evolves heat, H2O will acquire heat energy, and if it is absorbs heat, then actual H2O will release the heat energy. This calorimeter is widely used for combustion reaction in which a substance burns in oxygen and produces CO2 and water. Right? Here outer chamber is made up of steel. See, first of all, let us see the diagram over here. It is already given in a textbook, but here I can explain along with, so I have drawn over here. This is the outer chamber, which is made up of steel, and inside this steel the lining of the chamber is of either gold or a platinum plated. Right? Now this portion which is kept inside within the water bath, it is called bomb. There is no any specific proof or evidence why it is called bomb, but it is termed as bomb. So let us not go very deep in it, but consider it as a bomb. Right? So this is the bomb, in which again this is a reaction chamber which is made up of platinum, that is platinum cup, on which a sample, as a sample, cold pieces are taken. This is here also a stirrer, a temperature, and a firing lead wires which are passing the electricity to it is also immersed over here. Now as the combustion is taking place, and so the apparatus has to be strong, it is made up of steel. Here, as per the figure, outer chamber is made up of steel as it should be strong, because during combustion carbon dioxide in a gaseous form is going to be evolved and will exert pressure into apparatus. So to bear that pressure, it is made up of steel. Also, the inner lining of that chamber are plated with either gold or platinum, because continuous oxygen flow is to be allowed here, and if oxygen flow is allowed, then oxidization will take place, because for combustion oxygen is added, right? So because of the oxygen, chances of oxidation of steel is possible, and that is why Au or platinum is used, because they are inert, so they will not get oxidized. Also, reaction chamber is within H2O, and that is why it is also made up of platinum cup, and in it a carbon species of coal is kept, whose caloric value is to be calculated. Then oxygen is poured, because combustion of carbon is to be carried out, and combustion will take place in presence of oxygen, and so oxygen is poured in the bomb calorimeter in that bomb from the inlet, and a special thermometer called Perryman's thermometer, which measures the accurate temperature, is also placed. Now when we are there to calculate heat exchange, that is the heat of combustion, capital Q, then first of all heat capacity of calorimeter is to be calculated, which is symbolized here as capital Z. And to calculate it, we need the help of the factors, that is delta T, change in temperature, and specific heat capacity, that is S, which is mole mass per given mass. Actually, the specific heat is of the specific gases, so it is 1 mole by the given number of moles, so 1 upon N. Now N is the mole, and what is it? Mole is equal to given mass by molecular mass, so 1 upon mass given by molecular mass, its reciprocal will take place, so mass will be on the numerator, so molar mass upon given mass. So specific heat is molar mass upon given mass. Putting this value as a synchronized, then heat of combustion Q is equal to heat capacity, right, multiplied by change in temperature delta T into molar mass by given mass. This is how the heat of combustion of substance is calculated. And now in case of volume, if it is constant, and then to keep pressure constant will be difficult, because two factors together we can't keep constant. Why? Because if such thing takes place, then carbon dioxide or gaseous will continuously evolve, and due to that, if we want to keep pressure constant, then also pressure will increase. So at constant pressure to fix bomb calorimeter is also difficult, because volume is kept constant, and that is why the heat combustion will be considered as change in internal energy at constant volume. And if this constant volume gives us the change in heat energy, and which gives us heat combustion, then delta H will be calculated by delta H is equal to delta U plus NGRT, because delta U will be considered over here, delta N will be the number of moles of gaseous amount taking part in a reaction, R is the constant, T will be given as a delta T, change in the temperature, and delta H will be considered. So we will have to keep this reaction in our mind, because everywhere this is helpful to us to calculate the enthalpy. And if enthalpy is known to us, R is constant, temperature is constant, right, Ng if we know, then even delta U, that is change in internal energy, can also be calculated.